Yash. So we got to look at this stuff. Real masters, the people who understand what this, the purpose of life is, they question, they bring these things into introspection. Anything, they become aware of like, whoa, it feels like there's there's like software programs in me that just operate, and it's like, why do I do these things? Why am I attracted to this or that? We're talking about female energy because that's a big one. The average person, mainstream person, they're just a robot. That's what it means, a robot. They don't question anything. They don't question like, why do I feel so compelled to go and fulfill my senses or try to? They don't check that stuff out. So this is how a spiritual practice gets born also, because you start to, first step, you become aware. You become aware of the software and how strong it is, and then something inside wants to be free. And then you realize like, damn, this is hard. I feel like a robot and I can't like stop being a robot. So then that's when the spiritual practice is born. This is why I have my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance, for those who are ready for that level. You can't, if you're not ready, then yeah, don't go there. But at some point, when you have this realization that I just explained, you stop wanting to be a slave to this biology that you have, and then that sparks something in you to want to find the power to transcend that. Because mind and willpower, it can't transcend it. You can try. That's why people, they want techniques. They're asking always, what's the way to beat this? Like, because they're at a higher level than mainstream. They've realized like, damn, I have some strong compulsions and habits and I can't beat this. That's good. Most people don't realize that. They don't even question it. They say, I'm a guy, I like girls. That's as deep as introspection that they can do. So some of you're like, yeah, I know, I understand that whole play, but I don't want to be a victim to that. I don't want to be a slave to this play. And so like, what do I do? What's the technique to beat it? I want to be free of it. Then you understand, like, whoa, there's no technique. After maybe you have to try a bunch first. That's why I don't give out techniques. I mean, try everything. They can help. There's some tools that can help. You know, you do your yoga and cold showers and exercise and all that, but it's not like a get out of jail free card. It's not like, oh, I just do this and then I'm free. I know how the process works. That's why I can't lie and say, yeah, this is what you got to do. It never worked for me. Not work in a sense of transcending. Transcending means you're free of it. It means that it doesn't grip you anymore. Even then, though, it can still come. It's like, as long as you're still in some human form, these temptations can come. Even the great masters, they remain vigilant. They don't just say, oh, now I'm enlightened. No. All right. So the play of female biology, it's like this. First, understand, we're going to talk about male and female biology, both. It's different. It's different. Put simply, you can say a girl needs a man, but a man is drawn to a woman. There's a lot in that statement right there. The way a guy feels, right, because he's drawn to the female energy, obviously, you know, right? You're drawn to it. You're not really thinking like you need her and she can do this and that. And this is how girls are calculating. When they see a guy, they're like, they have this designer kit in their brain they're carrying around, a lot of them. Not if they're like younger, like 10 and under. I used to like, when I was that age, that was cool. We weren't thinking about sex and thinking, we were just playing. That was cool. But then, part of the process of being a human, you start going through these stages, and then you start getting conditioned by the world and family and media. The girls start, they start calculating. When they see a guy, they start calculating, right? Because they got the designer kit. Like, does he meet this designer kit criteria? Because I want to have a kid, and so I need him to make like, I don't know, 100 grand a year. And Does he look stable, or does he look like he's gonna like lose his job and freak out? Does he look like he's gonna like just take care of me and stuff, or is he gonna get like bored and maybe want to go travel the world? Does he look like a Peter Pan, like he's probably wants to play around? All that stuff. Guys don't do that. We look at the girl and we're like, that's female energy. All right, cool. You see? Because we're drawn to it, but we don't need it, not in that way. So we don't have a designer kit in our head. I'm making another video. It's gonna be like a 2-part video. I'm gonna talk about, title will be something like, how do you release or unlock the outpouring of female energy, the full female energy? And I'm serious too. I'm gonna talk about that. So, but I think that's another. It's good to split that up. So you see how they're different? It's different. That difference between needing, like she needs the male energy versus a guy just being drawn to it, this is what causes all the problems and friction. You know, a guy, why does he want sex so much? That's usually the guy's thing. I had a buddy, he was a mentor for me, I guess, when I was 22. He was like 70, and he'd say, girls have relationships with guys. No, scratch. Girls have sex with guys so that they can have relationships. Guys have relationships with girls so that they can have sex. See, again, that sums it up too. Remember that old book? I wonder how it's doing, if it's still like a bestseller. Men are from Mars and women from Venus. Yeah, they're different, man, different creatures. We're not equal, we're different, period. There's no, like, how are you gonna compare it? This low-level mind likes to compare things that aren't even in the same category. It's like comparing an apple to a steak or something. It's like, it's different. This is how it is. But yet there's a strong longing, because God puts it in there, otherwise there would be no people on the planet. This strong attraction to each other, like different people, like different beings being attracted to each other. The highest purpose for a relationship is self-realization. I talk more about that on the spiritual channel. They're not here so we can just enjoy. Now, yeah, I'm in heaven, I found a girl. It never works like that. Those who've been in relationships know. It's always like a bunch of drama and hell. Yeah, there's some heaven, but there's also some hell. Sometimes the guys, they worry. They say, oh man, but you know, I'm 30, never had a relationship. I'm like, good, man. You don't know how much trouble you saved yourself. Let it come naturally. If you're supposed to get in one, get in one. Don't get in one because you think, because the world says, oh, that's weird if you don't get in one. Go see that movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin. That was funny. All right. So this attraction thing, this is what causes problems. Should I talk about this in this video or the next? You see, a relationship will work. Okay, I'll touch on it. I'll touch on it on this one. A relationship will work if the guy like understands what's being shared right now. If he wants to play the role of being the man who takes care of the girl. And I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not like anti-relationships. Just because I'm not in one and I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids, that doesn't mean I somehow think, oh man, that's the highest, I'm really super high level, I like transcended it all. No, I came into this life, those tendencies, and that karma's already there. I'm not drawn to that situation. I'm sure I've done it in a bunch of other previous lives, so I don't need to do it now. Something like that. So, but I don't think that that's higher level, and God always shows that. There's masters who have been totally, they haven't been, they were celibate or single. Then there's masters who also have sex, tantra. Then there's masters who have a family. There's no standard. So those who are married and do want a girlfriend or have a girlfriend, yeah, man, you have to follow your destiny and see what it is. But what I'm saying is, if you realize that what I'm sharing, the difference between guys and girls and how they're wired, I think it's going to be better. I think it'll be easier. It's not personal. It's not personal that they're using you. This thing with the alpha male classes. They want to paint this picture in their mind that the guys I mean, the girls, they just want to use you, and you know, they're just super self-centered. And yeah, some are, you know, they take the biological instinct and conditioning to the extreme, and then yeah, they're just true gold diggers. But not all of them. They have this software. What are you going to do? You can't do nothing about it. So accept it. And when you accept it, see, now we're getting to the other video. Then all the female energy comes out, and then you'll be happy. That's what I'm saying. Which is better, to be alone or single? Not lonely, but just alone, meaning you're not in a partnership, or have a partnership. They both can be totally blissful and heavenly. And they can both be hell. There's no better than the other. So we have to paint the big picture here. You go to these classes and you know, it's like a war against the sexes. They just want to cut the girls down. They're teaching you, this is the joke, they're teaching you because they want to show, like, here's how the woman thinks, and she don't like you if you treat her good. And yeah, I don't even know what they're saying. I'd have to watch it, but I can't. How can I watch it? It's like silly. But I just know, like what they're trying to do, you know. And oh, look, you got to be careful. Like, don't call her if she calls. You should wait an hour or something. You got to show that you're an alpha. You know, you don't need anything. It's like they're teaching you about ignorant women, teaching you how to be in that ignorant world. Here, let me give you techniques to show you how to deal with these ignorant women. Why do you want to deal with the ignorant people? You transcend the whole thing. That's why I say, if you intruders, if you work on yourself, then your vibration's going to get more higher, and then by law of attraction, you're going to attract a girl that can meet you on that level. You don't like say, all girls are ignorant, so I need to like learn how they're ignorant so then I can deal with these ignorant girls. That's stupid. So just think about things and introspect this. Like, why do I need this female energy so much? Instead of like just going with it and chasing after it. Don't be a slave to that. You got to do
I'm on YouTube.
Introspection.
Good girls.
Dogs. Scoping me. I don't mind if the dogs scope me. Actually, I'd rather the dogs scope me than the girls scope me. Because I've found that most people want something. They got an agenda. If they're looking and smiling at you, you see, I don't fall for that anymore. I can't. If a girl looks at me and she's like doing something, I know there's an agenda behind it. It's like, why? Why would she like do that? Unless it's a Sangha girl, like a girl that recognizes some depth. Her depth recognizes my depth or something. That's a different smile though. It's not like she's not working you. She's not like trying to get a hit. Girls edge. They're edging. They're trying to get a dopamine hit. They're like, okay, I'm gonna smile at him, get him to smile back. Oh, you know, that whole game, like, I can't do anymore. I'm done. But I had to do it, man. I did it more intensely than anybody I know, so I'm not a hypocrite. I know all about it. If you got to do it for a while, do it for a while. But introspect why. Like, why do I need this so much? Just bring some consciousness into that, instead of just being a slave and just following this obsession to try to, you know, get hits of validation from women and get their energy. The energy's super, man, it's super, like, you get drugged. It's a strong drug, female energy. When she starts putting it on you, man, a guy like forgets everything. You know, they know that. The girls, they know that. Somehow they can work you then. I more than a few times, I told the girl up front, I don't want to have babies. Like, I'm not going to do it. She said, yeah, me too. I don't want any either. But she doesn't realize her subconscious mind. And I wasn't mature enough at the time to not listen to what she says, but look and see if what she's saying is true. You got to do that. Don't trust people what they say. You need to know what they're really saying, even if they're not saying it. But the only way to know that is you have to know your own subconscious tendencies. Then you can read others. So I'd tell him, I'm like, I don't want any babies. And then later, she thought somehow. It wasn't a total premeditated like manipulation on me, but somehow they think, because they know that their female energy is a drug. They think, okay, when I start having sex with them and when I really start giving him this love and I'm rubbing his back in the morning and he's absorbing this female energy and he loves it, right? That's what guys are drawn to. Then when I pop the question later, when my maternal instinct kicks in, the girl, and I feel like having kids, man, that comes on strong. When that hits them and you're with them, and if you don't want to have kids, just say goodbye. They are not going to stay with you. They are not going to choose your energy, male energy, over their instinct to have kids or to fulfill whatever projections they want, insecurity. That's what I'm saying. They're wired different. That's what you got to realize. It's not personal, because some guys are like, how could she leave me? They're like, she's so cold. That's her software. She's made like that. Did I finish my previous thought though? I was talking about how they said they don't want to have kids either, and then later they want to have kids. All right. But they didn't get me with that. Even though I totally enjoyed the female energy, I still never considered, I couldn't compromise my real destiny and say, okay, yeah, let's have kids. But I could feel how that happens to guys. Then they trap you. Once they get the kids, they're like, cool, I got the kids. And then all of a sudden their affection and this female energy goes down. But if you're taking care of them real good, boom, the energy comes up again. That's what I'm saying. You got to realize what you're dealing with, and it's cool. That's how they're wired. If you accept that, man, you'll be happy. Now we're getting into my other video about the female energy, how to unlock it. That's how you unlock it, but we're going to get more into that. All right, I'll talk to you soon.